Hello, everybody. And I've got a little bit of explaining to do. Yeah, this is GC, but yeah, the reset we were going to do, the reboot, we did it. That was a while ago now. And you probably think, well, where's the videos? Like, what's been happening with the videos? The reason there's been no videos is, well, there has been videos. I've recorded about 3 or 4 in the time since we did the restart, and they were all right. But I've decided to start again, and the reasons mainly is I've changed my methods. The recording methods and the rendering methods are different and should be better. Also, there were some issues with some of the older episodes, and to be perfectly honest, I didn't think they were that great. They were pretty much what you expect from here's a new person starting Minecraft, it's hitting a tree and bap 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 and all that. Everything you've seen, basically. So I thought now was a good time, because right behind me now, we have things to show, and also a good basis to start this second season, I guess. So that's why we have things. So don't worry. And it's not like we've played a year or anything. There are things to show, but trust me, we're still early on. We haven't been to the end yet, so the dragon's not defeated. We've not fought a wither, none of that. So don't worry. So yes, seeing as it's December, we have a Christmas tree. So yeah, while I just walk you around what we've got, like I said, this first episode is just going to be like get you to grips with what's been happening. So we've got a Christmas tree, which I'll get a better view of in a minute. And the music's kicked in. Nice timing. Hatman did this, so yep, he's still here. Good old Hattie. As you can see, Happy Christmas. Be careful with torches. Okay. Yeah, this is our spawn. That's not got a hole in it, it's just not rendered. What we have at spawn, it's quite a nice little plain area, and the mountain is real cool in the background. So let's get through here. We have horses. Yes, horses. Just want to make a quick sweep of what we've got. This is the chainmail chicken, which is has been solving our hunger issues. Hatman did this as well. There's an employee here. Hello. Everything's free too. I don't know if it's going to stay free, but it is. So, chicken. While he was building this, or before he built this, I built this similar thing, but it drowns them, so you have to manually cook them. So what you would do is just let it all build up, drown them, cook them, all the good stuff. The problem is because this is spawn, this is in the spawn chunks, and this thing nearly killed the server, crashed the server. So this will be coming down, so we don't need it anymore. We've got that. We went out, we found a savannah. I'm going to struggle to tell you everything we've done. A savannah was found, so we got the acacia trees, which I really like. Portal, there's no hub on the other side, just the crude tunnels. Let's get around at the minute, and feel free to tell what you want. Kit. Very good. Right. This thing, I'll get to what I did, or what I've done last, I guess. So, I don't want to go too out of my way, but on the far side out there is the community mine that Madsen did, so Madsen's still with us. And there's also a zombie XP grinder over there as well. This is Madsen's farm. It's got all the basic animals. And a little shack. Found a jungle, which took frickin' ages. This is Madsen's house, which he has literally just finished tonight. He's not finished it yet, as he said, but it's looking good on the outside. Something they showed me, which I really like, was this like grill barbecue thing. That's pretty cool. Yeah, look, the mountains. Mountains are cool. I said ignore all this until I get to it. Hatman's decided to live at spawn, so he lives in here. Floating cow there. Don't make me force you to load, world. Okay, there you go. So this is the start of Hatman's place. Something else I've done and something else I've done. Let's get it within render distance. UD, United Devil, he's still with us. He's building his place, basically turned into a kind of fort, a castle, up there. The clouds are kind of obscuring it at the minute, but it looks really cool. Real good view as well. Madsen also did a farm, as in crops. We managed to get every kind of crop. They're growing just on the other side of this. And Cross, he's still with us. He built the portal. Like I said, it doesn't lead to a hub yet. And him and Vivi are currently in like a little hidey hole just over one of these hills. This is where we all just hid out to start with, so this is kind of pointless. This will be going. So yeah, this did used to have the enchantment station and everything. The enchantment station has been moved to the zombie XP grinder, since that just makes sense to have it there. Right, like so, we still have Kitsui. She's building. I can't remember the way. It's either that way or that way. It's one of those. But she's connected through the nether on a path. Dash, she's still there. She's much further out though. And she's building, so she's still with us. And as for other people, I know, well, who I've heard from. Oh, sorry, Demner's still with us. He's out there somewhere. I have no clue where. And Snickers has been just having issues getting on lately. He's been moving around and moving jobs and things like that. So. And that's about it. Anyone I haven't mentioned is pretty much either not with us anymore or hasn't joined since. So that's in their hands. But yes. Oh, Madsen did the roads as well, or the idea for the roads. I really like this. So we wanted the spawn town to be a lot more organic this time. Like really flowing and kind of natural looking. So even things like this, most of what you see around is just for convenience sake. So like all the different trees, just so we've got building materials. But they do kind of look nice. Not saying anything's going to stay as it is. Probably won't. But there you go. Right, the things I built. The first thing I started was this. It's like the town hall. I thought we needed some sort of focal point. Honestly, my first thought is I've mentioned on the last season, I guess I can call it. I wanted to do the mountain's not there. I wanted like a Mount Rushmore sort of thing with all the faces of the people from the server on a mountain. And people have been changing skins and things like that, and it doesn't work really. It would be cool, but it doesn't work. So I just thought, well, I'll go back to basics. I'll make a building, and this is what I came up with. I wanted it to seem kind of rustic on the front, so it's like stone and wood. But the back section, which would be newer, for me anyway, is like made of more expensive and more modern materials. So I don't want any of this place to seem like it's just been built. It's like it's been here for a while. So it made sense to me that the first thing that would be built for a town hall is just some sort of like lodge. and then over time it'd be extended out and you'd just get new bits attached to it. That's kind of what you see in architecture from the UK, or from what I've seen. You have, unless a building's built brand new, you'll have older buildings that are modernized, I guess, but try and keep true to what they were, if that makes sense. So there's things like this entrance. I thought, well, that'd be new, because before it'd just be a wooden door, so that'd be made out of better materials. Yes, inside I kind of like this. I wanted to try some new things. I've incorporated the new woods. So there's the acacia logs there, which are like a grey, which go real nice with the stone. But when they're cut into planks and stairs, they go with this orange colour, which looks real good for roofs, I think. Yeah, there's a little garden up there. I tried a lot of things in here, so that's why it's kind of a bit of a mix. But I think that works. Like I said, this is something that's been built over many years, so it makes sense to me. So yes, we've got these lamps with the piston. I like those. There is, oh yeah, a good point is I didn't want any torches in here whatsoever. There isn't a single torch in or on this thing. Everything is real lighting, let's call it. And under these is hidden ones because they shine through carpets, so that works perfectly. The main lights in there is just blocks of redstone. They power all the lamps around them, so that works real well. Hatman helped me with this. We put some water in. Again, makes it look organic. I like the blue and greens, and that's kind of become our server colours, I suppose. Green, blue and black in some form. And it just works. And that's really cool. So yeah, all this made of wood and stone, then you hit this back bit. Now the idea for this bit is it'd be like some sort of congress or a forum. I can see like in ancient Rome, like people sat here, it's like mah, yeah, mah, mah, like the villagers mainly. But yeah, the first window that went in was this one with the GC. Now I triple layered it. Now by that I mean that there's full blocks of the stained glass in the middle, and then on either side of it are panes of glass. And that's what gives it this like grid texture, but it also gives it a lot of depth, I think. Makes it feel like there's more to it, if you can see that. And also, when you've got glass shining through glass, it dulls the light going through it, but with the colours, it seems to amplify it, especially when it's backlit. It kind of goes a little bit neon. A good example is if you look at these are just one pane thick, whereas that window and these four are triple layered. And it kind of glows. And to push that glow, I put lights in the top. Now these, in these four and the main back one, they're attached to daylight sensors. And they wait and go until it goes pitch black, until it's at the darkest it can be. And then these kick in. So you have a moment of like twilight where it's going dark, and then all of a sudden these 5 windows light up with this neon glow, and I think it looks really cool. Kind of wish I was around to show you them light up, but you get the idea. Yeah, as for like function of this place, it's going to be things what to do with the community. It's a town hall, so all we've got at the minute is, oh, we found a stronghold. It's out that way, I believe. So we obviously need the ender eyes. Then we can get to the end, get the dragon killed, and get the end on the go. So this has only been here a day, so it's empty. But ender eye donations, things like this, anything that people think is community based can kind of be done in here. And I'll be honest, this wasn't planned, but it's kind of worked out. There's 4 natural areas that can be segregated for certain things. So if anyone has any ideas or thinks they have, I don't know, a service, I guess, for community-based things, and they want a section of this building, then let me know. And I just said a zombie. Are you underneath? Hello? Yeah. Yeah, still not 100% with these 6 windows. The creeper face was an experiment, but I kind of like it. The blue and the green, even though that's the colours, I don't know if it works in these. So, yeah. And I'm going to put some, Madsen's suggestion, I'm going to put some cobwebs there just to make it look a bit older. Like I said, this bit's meant to be the old bit, and I doubt that anyone will be able to get up into the very rafters of the roof, so that should look old up there. And this other thing, for anyone watching who's on the server and hasn't seen this yet, there is a book here, where if you have any suggestions, just add them in. Just don't press sign, for God's sake. So yeah, that's the town hall, city hall, whatever. These chests are mine, so I got a lot of stuff. Yeah, people made comment about the amount of quartz I've been using. Because like I said, there's another building which I did today over there, was primarily made of quartz. And the reason I'm using quartz so much is I like the nether now, especially now I like it now. I like the nether. Especially now there's this new music. The music in there is really fitting and really chilled. It's almost better than the music out here, I think. So I just like walking around the nether, like exploring it. And farming for quartz is a good source of XP, and that's mainly what I've been using to enchant my tools. I'm not really bothering with like armor or anything yet. That's mainly what I've been doing. I'll wander around in the nether looking for things. I found a fortress doing that, and I'll just hunt for quartz. So as a byproduct of that, I end up with loads of this stuff. Yeah, I have used a lot of it, as you can see, but I've still got a fair amount. It's not bad. Yeah, not bad at all. Oh, and Hatman found a mesa, which took a long time, but he did find one. And that's going to solve all our clay worries, because the mesa is freaking huge. Seriously, if you're on this server and you haven't been there, go check it out. There's a path in the nether. I'm sure you'll find it. Right, I'm going to leave that to last scene, as that's the newest thing. The outside of the building's not finished yet, so don't worry about it. It's like square appearance. But this thing, bad guys. No. The lazy fisherman. I like this design. It's really compact. I'm sure everyone's seen the auto fishing machines before. But put your extra rods in there. That'll keep you supplied with rods, and all your fish, what you fish out, will be in this chest. And something else I've been doing. A couple of these I didn't add, so I guess people have got the gist of what's going on. But when something's fished out that is new, so it's like the first one, then it can be put on here, and then we can see what we can actually get out of this thing. So yes, how this works, I whistled a bit there, is when you turn this thing on, what it's going to do, eat up first. I don't have a fishing rod on me. Of course I don't. You have to take my word for this. When you turn this on, it starts a circuit that opens and closes that door. And now you can right click an open door. See what I mean? Fishing is right clicking. So when you right click on the door, it tries to open it, but if you've got a fishing rod in your hand, it will cast it out. And the float thing, whatever you call it, will hit this tripwire, and that stops the circuit, so it keeps the door closed. So in other words, it's if you keep right click held down, it won't bring the rod back until the door opens, because the door is never going to open. You're stuck in this mode. But when a fish bites on the float, it pulls it down, the door opens, and you pull the rod back. As long as the timing's correct, you'll fish out whatever's there. And then the door closes again, you cast another one out, and it keeps going. So you can, through various means, lock the game so it thinks you're always right clicking. I can't remember exactly how to do it now. There is certain keys you can press. I'm sure you could Google that to find out. Or you can just hold right click. And you can AFK it. And you can get a lot of good things through fishing. So that's my lazy fishing machine. Yeah, this thing, this has took me most of, okay, this has took me most of today. We said we needed a potion shop, store, whatever, and I was just gonna do it that I made them and just kept them in these chests and sold them, but I wanted a way to automate it in some way. So this isn't my design, especially this interface. This is Tango Tech, I believe it's called. But I had to adapt it to make it work for how I wanted it, so it's slightly different. And also, and this isn't a big deal, but the one he did, the puffer fish, so the water breathing wasn't in at this point, so that's not there, so you have to push this out by one. And if you are going to use his tutorial to do this bit, make sure the puffer fish is before the redstone, or else it'll mess up the potions. So just knock those three down one and put the puffer fish in there. And I'm not going to run this because I don't want this video to be overly long, just explaining things, but in here is everything you need. So literally all you have to do is make sure that this has water bottles. That light will tell you if there's at least the amount needed to do one set. So 3 bottles basically, I believe. The finished potions will come out here, but all you've got to do is tell it what you want. So more often than not you're going to want nether wart. Let's say we're doing a healing, you need glistening melon, and then whatever you want to do to it. So let's say splash. I'm not going to do this because I don't want to, like I said, just stand around waiting for some potions. But then you'd hit this one, and it will start doing it automatically. And it's built that it will keep going until it runs out of some of the ingredients, or it runs out of water bottles. Then it stops itself. But if you press this once and immediately put it back off, it will make one set of potions, so 3 potions, and then stop anyway. So you do have control over it. And I've left an area for every potion. I've not worked out a price list yet, as this says, so if you're going to buy anything off me, just just give me something you think is worth it. I'm also obviously accepting ingredient donations. That's going to be an ender chest, and if you could bring your empty bottles back, I'll happily recycle them, and the payment chest. Now, like I said, I'm not going to explain this thing. Go watch Tango Tech's tutorial, but like I said, it's not the same as this. I've had to adapt this. I'm not saying I've made it better or anything, I just adapted it to what I wanted, but yep, it's all in there. And if you understand redstone, I'm sure it's pretty simple to you. Alright. Oh yeah, and the fountain at the back. This was Madsen's idea, having the water going down the glass of the GC thing. It does a good job of covering up the backwards GC, because I didn't want to block it out, because obviously it's meant to be a window. But he said how you see these modern buildings where they have water going down the glass front of buildings. It's kind of what that is, and it doubles as a fountain pool thing. And these glass blocks here are going to be for 2 beacons. I've already planned out where they'll go. Come on, come on. So once we've fought some withers and we've got our beacons and get some materials together to build the little pyramid things, we can have 2 full-size beacons going. Now they'll double as helping out around spawn, and also they'll look pretty good cosmetically with 2 big beams shooting out there. Especially when viewed from the front, I think, because this is a happy accident. But how it should line up, especially when viewed from like where the Christmas tree is, the beams should kinda shoot out on either side and frame it nicely. Oh yes. So now that I've broken the ice, I guess, and got back into this, or made the first video, I can now get back into this properly and start showing you some things. Like I said, there just didn't seem to be a natural place to start doing these again. Because a lot of the early ones were just like I said, here's me getting all the usual things that everybody's seen a billion times before. Now I know some people like seeing that, but like I said, it's happened a billion times before. There's loads of it to go and watch out there. We're now at a point where people are on their feet and we have things, but we've not actually really got going yet. So I think this is a good point to start doing it. Also, and to finish off, I will talk about shout outs. Is that the word? I'm not any sort of powerhouse or anything, but Madsen is making videos. If you don't know already, I might have mentioned this before. It's been a long time since the first season's video, so I'm not sure what I mentioned. But he's doing videos, so go check him out. I will put a link in the description. He has been doing some on here. There's the Terraria ones that I've been doing with him, which you might have seen on my channel as well. They're still ongoing, and he's been doing other games as well that I've not been involved in, but go check those out. He's really getting into it now. He's dedicated, and I know what it's like early on. Everything you get really boosts your confidence. So if you're like someone who's going to listen to me, please go and check him out at least, and that will help in every sense. Yes, that's about it. Oh, the server applications. As you can see, I'm on my own at the minute, but we have room for 38 people. And I'm not going to give you an exact number of the people on here right now, but we're nowhere near 38. We do have openings for more people. Now, admittedly, I've gotten a little bit behind on the applications, but I will link the Planet Minecraft page for this site. If you're interested on getting on here, like I said, it's a whitelisted server. No one is guaranteed to get on, but just leave a submission, leave a comment on the page. I look at all of them, always do. Just read the little information I've given. It'll tell you like what to do, what to say, and what will make you stand out from the others, really, because there's a lot I see where they're obviously just copy pasted on loads of servers and they've never actually read the information, and they answer things I've never asked, or they just miss things that I have asked. So yeah, if you want to join, get on there and I will happily, well, check you out, I guess. Sounds wrong, but whatever. Unless you're from the future and watching this like whenever and we're not open anymore, the site will tell you, and I'm sure you'll know anyway. So yes, if you have stuck with me in these lack of Minecraft videos, then thank you, but they will be coming back now. Like I said, just waiting for a good point to start doing it again. This seems like a good one to me. I don't know what we'll be doing next, but I will be trying to get other people in on these videos. That's not going to be say like the main thing of the videos, but if someone wants to be on them, I'll happily let them. It helps me out. I think it's more entertaining with a couple of people or more, and I'm sure there'll be things with Madsen as well. So yeah, I don't want to start rambling now, so horses. Thanks for watching, guys. Always appreciated. Thanks for sticking with me if you had. And this is New World. I hope you're excited for what we're going to do with it. We've explored a fair bit, but we've only really settled a small amount of it, so there's still a lot to check out. So again, thanks for watching, and I shall catch you next time.